Hello everybody and welcome to the Brew Show. My name is Jimmy Darfus, your guide to great beer and great breweries around the world. Today we're in southwest Germany near Stuttgart in the city of Böblingen, and we'll be visiting the Schönbuch Brewery. This is the Schönbuch Brewery in Böblingen, Germany. Böblingen sits right next to Stuttgart in the state of Baden-Württemberg. Baden-Württemberg is one of 16 states in the country of Germany. The state of Baden-Württemberg is in the southwest of Germany and borders France to the west and Switzerland to the south. Most Americans have heard of the automakers Mercedes and Porsche. Well, these world-class cars are made right here in Baden-Württemberg, just down the road. The city of Böblingen was severely damaged during the Second World War. In fact, one of the original breweries here in Böblingen was completely destroyed, but the Schönbuch Brewery came through unscathed. The brewery was founded in 1823 by Karl Gottfried Dinkelacker, and today is operated by the 6th generation of Dinkelackers.
Okay, let's visit the Schönbuch Brewery here in Böblingen. This is the brew house here at the brewery. It's where all the brewing of the beer is done. Here's the first step, where the malted barley is mixed up with hot water in the mash tun in a process that's known as mashing in. The malted barley travels down from above after being cracked open in the malt mill. The mixture is then transferred to the lauter tun, where the liquids are separated from the solids. Great effort is made along the way in all areas to keep the process clean, clean, clean. The liquid is then transferred to the brew kettle and boiled up with the hops. This concoction is now known as wort.
So what in the world is wort? Wort is the unfermented mixture of water, sugars from the malted barley, and hops.
Here we see the new brew being tested for gravity. Once the beer is boiled and ready, it's transferred to the fermentation tanks where the yeast is added. Clever organism, that yeast. It eats the sugars in the wort and releases alcohol and carbon dioxide.
The yeast is then removed and the stuff is now beer.
The new beer is then stored here in the cellars for aging. The blacklight effect creates a groovy atmosphere for the beer to age just right. In time, the aromatics begin to mellow and meld, creating a more pleasant aroma and a more mature taste. When we come back, we'll meet brewery owner Werner Dinkelacker. We'll also have 2 great beer recipes, and we'll join the locals in the beer garden and the beer hall. It's a good thing too, because I'm working up a thirst, and I'll bet you are too. We're back with the Brew Show. There's brewery owner Werner Dinkelacker and a beautiful German beer garden. So let's get cooking.
Here we are in the German Cultural Institution, the beer garden. This one is right next to the beer hall, which is right next to the Schönbuch Brewery, which means the beer is absolutely fresh. The beer garden has been around here in Germany for a very long time. It's the perfect stress reliever, and this one always has a lively mix of people. Summertime is beer garden time. The people here in Böblingen simply pack up the whole family with the kids, come on out to the beer garden to enjoy. A typical German summer is usually the shortest season of the year, which makes a day like this extra special. Let's ask the people how the beer tastes. Excuse me.
Hello, sure.
Wie schmeckt dir dein Bier?
Mein Bier, sehr gut. Was gibt's Schöneres, als im Frühling oder im Sommer draußen zu sitzen und ein Bier zu trinken?
There you have it. A definite positive. Dankeschön. I must confess, I'm a little thirsty. Hätte gerne ein Hefeweizen. Dankeschön. Probiert mal. Always fresh and delicious here in the Schönbuch Beer Garden. So here we are again in the beer garden with the people. They're enjoying their beers. Let's find out how the beer's tasting today. Entschuldigen Sie bitte. Eine kurze Frage. Wie schmeckt dein Bier heute?
Schmeckt super. Ist allerdings ein Radler.
Ein Radler. Was ist ein Radler? What's a Radler?
Das ist ein Mix aus Sprite und Cola. Sprite und Cola. Sprite und Bier.
Sprite and beer. Looks good. Prost. Prost. Hey, it's that guy we saw earlier.
Hello again.
Aye. Like a sip there? Wie schmeckt dir dein Bier?
Sehr süffig.
Sehr süffig.
Ja.
I have no idea what that means. But it looks good. Prost. Another positive here in the beer garden.
There's nothing more fun in Germany than to join your friends in the beer garden on a sunny day.
Speaking of fun, here's Werner Dinkelacker.
Welcome to the Schönbuch brewery here in Böblingen. Karl Gottfried Dinkelacker built up our beer factory in the year 1823. Karl Gottfried Dinkelacker is my grandfather. In 1991 we introduced Weizenbier. Before this time we only make lager beer and Pils beer. 1991 we started with it. Now we are having 40% of our beer with Weizenbier. We are allowed to use only 4 ingredients for our beer by the oldest food law worldwide from the year 1516. This law allowed us to use malt, hops, yeast and water.
This law was established in the Bavarian Reinheitsgebot, or purity law of 1516.
A barley field in Baden-Württemberg. After water, barley is the biggest ingredient in beer. The barley is harvested and ready for malting. It's a 4-step process. First, the barley is cleaned, then soaked, then germinated, and finally it's kilned. Finished malt being loaded in here at the brewery. Germany, of course, is one of the leaders in the production of high-quality beer ingredients. This is the hopland in the village of Tettnang, south of Stuttgart, near the big southern lake, Bodensee. Some really great hops are grown and harvested here.
Beer is not only a drink for us, beer is food for us because we are using our beer every day and every time. And we here in our brewery are responsible for the quality that our customers are having a very healthy product.
Hey, no worries there. Beer, taken in moderation, has been a known health benefit for a long time.
Here in Germany, the best food is often cooked and combined with the best beer. This is the Schönbuch Brewery's private restaurant, Brewshow. It's right in the heart of the city center and was first opened in 1832. Let's go see what's cooking.
Grüß Gott, wir kochen heute eine Sauerkraut-Weißbiersuppe mit Brezelwürfel und dann einen Rostbraten, Zwiebelrostbraten mit Starkbiersoße und Bratkartoffeln.
Here's a simple soup recipe that tastes great. Start with sauerkraut in a pan with some of its own liquid over medium to high heat. When hot, add 8 ounces delicious Hefeweizen beer and stir. Next, add 4 ounces heavy cream and continue to stir. While the soup warms, cut 1 large, fresh pretzel into bite-sized pieces. Ladle the soup into a big bowl, season to taste, add the pretzel pieces on top, and garnish with parsley. There's your appetizer, sauerkraut soup with Hefeweizen. You can't go wrong there. Now for the main course. Start with some fresh beef fillet. Salt and pepper both sides and set on a high heat grill or in a pan with olive oil and a little butter for browning. For the sauce, start a pan on medium-high heat and add 8 ounces of Doppelbock beer while stirring. When hot, add a simple brown gravy to the pan and season to taste. Cut potatoes, season with salt and pepper, and pan fry in olive oil.
Könnt ihr noch etwas Bier rein?
Here the chef deep fries his onions until crispy. If you don't have a deep fryer, just pan fry them the way you like it. Presentation is easy. Plate the medium rare beef, top with the beer sauce, smother in crispy onions, garnish with parsley, and serve with a side of pan-fried potatoes and a fresh beer.
So, guten Appetit.
The perfect hearty German meal that's great for the beef lover and the beer lover. I wonder if I can have some of that. Guten Appetit. Delicious. Beer, please. Beer, please. When we come back, we'll visit the stately city Stuttgart. Jump back into the Schönbuch beer hall for a fresh beer with dinner. And step into the Böblingen City Fest, where we'll meet Horst Hell and hear some great music. We're back and in the city of Stuttgart. And later, we'll enjoy happy hour in the beer hall. Stuttgart, the capital of Baden-Württemberg. The metropolis has the power to charm people with its beautiful squares, palaces, and buildings in all sorts of architectural styles. Top-flight exhibitions, world-famous opera, ballet, musicals, and a great zoo attract millions of visitors every year. When here, you can enjoy the Schwäbisch food with a good, underestimated local wine. Try the awesome wine festival held every year in late summer. It's only a short train ride up to Böblingen. Böblingen is a city with a history. The Second World War was not kind to Böblingen. The city was heavily damaged in October 1943 and suffered many dead and wounded. The residents at the time had to simply ride it out and wait for the war to end. After 1945, the rebuilding of the city began. Through the years, Böblingen prospered and grew and is today a harmonious place to live. There's a city marathon, a short but great summer season, a soapbox derby, and the full range of seasons from summer to winter. Nice comeback. This is the city today. And during winter, ice skating on the city center lake is one of everyone's favorite pastimes. Of course, another favorite pastime is the beer hall and fresh beer. There's no fresher beer than the beer at the source.
That looks good. It's fresh too. Schönbuch Hefeweizen. Let's give it a try. Man, that is delicious.
The Schönbuch Bräu Beer Hall is the place to be in Böblingen. During of the week. There's a big menu of great Schwabian food from the region and a full list of fresh beer on tap. And the beer is as advertised, always fresh. But don't take my word for it. Let's go ask the people. So where are you from?
From the States.
Where exactly?
Washington.
DC or state?
State.
All right. How you like the beer?
It's good.
Hey, where are you from?
St. Louis, Missouri.
St. Louis. You like the Cardinals then, eh?
I do.
There you go. How you like the beer?
It's good. It's really good. I like the Crystal.
How you like the beer?
It's really good. Good beer here in Germany.
Kristallweizen, yes?
Yep, sure is.
What do you think about the beer?
It's very good. Tasty.
It's a Kristallweizen, yes?
Cristal, yep.
How's that beer tasting tonight?
Outstanding.
That's a positive. How about the feminine perspective? How's that beer tasting tonight?
It's very good.
So good.
You're probably wondering why all the Americans in a German beer hall. Well, it's proof positive. We love the German beer culture.
Also, there's a strong U.S. military presence and a number of large U.S. corporations in the area, which has created a significant American population in Böblingen. That's it for the beer hall. You heard it direct from the beer drinker's mouth. The beer here is fresh and delicious. Now you can take my word for it. Another smiling, satisfied beer drinker. When we come back, let's have a beer at the Schönbuch Bräu Rockin' Bräu Festival. It's a rockin' good time held every year at the brewery. Head on out to meet Horst Hell and hear some more great music at the City Fest. That's fun for the whole family. We're back at the brewery, and we'll soon meet the mysterious Horst Hell. Let's rejoin Christian and Werner in the laboratory for beer testing.
So, oder?
Farbe ist gut, Schaum ist feinporig.
Kohlensäure, Schaum passt.
As they say, it's a tough job, but somebody's gotta do it.
Geruch und Geschmack rein. Passt.
Once tasted and tested and tasted again, the beer is ready for packaging. These are 50-liter kegs of fresh Schönbuch Bräu lager beer.
Boy, that Christian is dedicated. He's thinking, better test it one more time.
The freshly filled kegs will never travel more than 100 kilometers from the brewery. These bottles are 100% recycled and are cleaned and sterilized before traveling down the conveyor. When they reach the filler, all the oxygen in the bottle is evacuated. Although oxygen is good for you and me, it's bad for beer and can make the flavors change. Next, in goes the fresh beer. The bottling line here at the Schönbuch Bräu Brewery has a capacity for between 500 to 1,000 bottles a minute. The half-liter bottles are then packaged in cases of 20 and sent on their way out into Baden-Württemberg. Downtown Böblingen, the center of the 750-year-old city, the home of Schönbuch Bräu beer. This weekend is the City Fest right here on Market Square. It's the 23rd year the fest has been held, and it's a great weekend for all the locals to come out and enjoy the city. the City Fest, there is music and entertainment of all variety. From lederhosen-clad locals playing big band music to invited visitors from distant lands displaying their own talents. The festival is definitely one of the summer highlights here in Böblingen, which of course means plenty of fresh beer. This is an interesting beer. Dankeschön. It's called Horst Hell. And the hell does not refer to what lies below. Actually, the German word hell means light in color. Not light in taste or light in calories, but light in color. Horst here on the label is a Dinkelhocker family member, and now he has his own beer. Let's give it a try. It's a great tasting lager. Hey everybody, like that rock and roll? Of course you do, and so does Werner, the brewery owner. Every year he stages the Rock and Bräu Festival right here in the courtyard at the brewery. Once again, the beer is guaranteed fresh, and once again, the people of Böblingen are out in force with the whole family. Yes, August in southern Germany when the weather is good. With a latitude roughly a little bit north to that of New York City, you can count on just about the same temperatures. Good times at last year's festival. However, this year turned out to be something a little bit different. When you visit Germany, there's a good chance you're going to run into some rain. But that's okay, because we all know rain is water, and water is one of the pure ingredients in beer. So this weekend, Werner simply moved the Rock and Bräu Festival inside the beer hall. The perfect place. No washout there, plenty of Böblingen locals, and a rockin' good time. Back in the beer hall. In Germany, it is the bad weather resort. It's just about happy hour on a Saturday, so let's have a look inside. I get the feeling the crowd will be here soon. Great beer and great music never fails to get the people started. Welcome to Rock and Bräu. It's the brewery's very own rock fest here at the Schönbuch Brewery. This is the 7th year running it's been held here at the brewery. And if you ever find yourself in Böblingen in mid-August, you gotta come to this festival. Our good friend, brewery owner Werner Dinkelhocker, brings in a bunch of really good local bands to play rock and roll for the people. Prost. Prost. Oh, that is delicious. Each year, the Rock and Bräu Fest has around 8 different bands that perform. The show starts at 4 on Friday afternoon and goes well into the night. It continues again at 4 on Saturday. It's up to the audience when the fest will end on Saturday night. The brewery serves their fresh Hefeweizen and Pils on tap, and Horst Hell in the bottle. The Schönbuch Brewery here in Böblingen, Germany has been making great beer for almost 200 years, and very little has changed throughout that time. I'm sure this will continue to be true for the next 200 years. My name is Jimmy Darfus, and I'd like to thank Werner Dinkelhocker. And most of all, I'd like to thank you for watching. Well, that's it for this edition of the Brewshow. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, Prost! That is delicious.